The last fantasy book that I'm going to talk about is Red Country by Joe Abercrombie. Now, this is largely considered the bad Abercrombie book, at least based on the people I see talking about it, mostly on BookTube. And I see why. This really isn't a fantasy, it's a Western. And that didn't bother me because I'm not someone who just reads, fantasy or fantasy sci-fi. I read so many different genres. And I've come to like Westerns. Surprising to me, I didn't like them a lot as a youth, but I guess as I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate them a little bit more. I haven't read a whole lot of Westerns, but I've enjoyed two books by Larry McMurtry, and then some of my favorite TV series are actually Westerns. I love Deadwood, fantastic. And then, of course, Firefly. It's a space Western, but it's still a Western. So I can see why a lot of fantasy readers didn't like Red Country, because it's more of a Western than a fantasy. It's, a wagon train and, a frontier town and a revenge story and the gold rush, and all of that's in there. I will say, though, that this is probably, of the 6 Abercrombie novels I've read, it probably does have, I don't want to say the weakest character work, but compared to just what he's done before, it kind of is. Abercrombie's character work, even when it's weak, is still better than 90% of authors out there, though. So it's not that it's weak. It's just in comparison to what he did in the First Law trilogy, what he did in Best Served Cold, I can see how a reader may not connect with the people in this book. But I did. I enjoyed the story. I thoroughly loved one of my favorite characters in the First Law story coming back in this one. And it's not totally unexpected. It's kind of alluded to on the back text, and you kind of see it coming. It's not Shivers, who seems to be in every book, but one of the characters from the First Law that was my favorite. It was fun to see his perhaps final chapter in this world. I don't know if he's in the Age of Madness trilogy or not, but it was fun to revisit that character. And I liked Red Country. Thank you for watching this rapid book review. As this is not the typical type of content that I normally produce, please check out one of these other videos that you see on the screen. Those are more indicative of the type of things that I put on my channel. And if you did like this video and you like future videos, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel, or even just click the thumbs up icon below. It really does help. Thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.